Ireland is going through a time of change and a time of great challenge. The greatest asset we have is our people. As we work towards a new and better future, we need to recognise and strive to ensure that we are harnessing the full potential of all our society, supporting and valuing the diversity of our talent pool. Today in Ireland, women comprise just 10% of Irish corporate boards and 36% of state boards, setting Ireland apart and behind internationally. In the civil service, while the number of women greatly exceeds that of men at clerical officer level, this situation changes dramatically when moving to senior levels, with the number of men in these positions greatly exceeding those of women.
Having a greater diversity of people around the table has proven, and there now is numbers of research globally that has shown it leads to better decision making. So some of the things within Ireland, for example, within our banking and within our financial crisis, reports have shown, the Nyberg report has shown that there was this evidence of groupthink. When you have people sitting around the table, all coming from similar backgrounds, similar people, and groupthink prevents good decision making. Because so much of the discrimination against women is almost unconscious. What we tend to do is employ and promote people who are like ourselves. So we have men following men into senior decision making. And it happens unconsciously, and that's what we call unconscious gender bias. It's about stereotyping women into particular roles, and it's done without thinking. And that's what we need to prevent, and we need to stop. We need to think about what we're doing, and when we know and when the evidence is there that when we have the greater diversity of men and women, we will get better outcomes. That's the thought process that we need to start.
Guys, this is a really important project, so we need to get our best team together and put our best foot forward.
Joan knows this subject very, very well. Maybe she could take the lead on it.
Yeah, well, Joan is very good, but she's very busy. She always has to leave early, so this project, I really need people who can come in.
Well, what we've seen in the video is that unconscious thinking can come into play when decisions are being made, particularly with regard to leadership positions on projects. So what we've seen is, the thinking around a person being busy and how that's portrayed and how that's interpreted within the workforce. And in this case, it's in relation to the woman perceived as being perhaps too busy or not able to take on the position because they're going home at a certain time.
Yeah, I know with Sue, she does have an awful lot on her plate at the moment. But then Pete, he's young and he's got loads of time and he's very ambitious.
Sue is a great organiser, and she has proven herself on the last few projects.
Yeah, well, that's a given. Sue is our organiser. But Pete did come up to me the other evening and he did say he was looking for more challenges, so.
Yeah, he's more confident, he's young and he's very energetic.
Yeah, it's true. And Joan never pushes for any additional responsibility, so.
Yeah.
What we can see from the video is that women and men are getting very quickly put into gender roles. So the male employee is seen as being very much up for a challenge, out there ready for a leadership position. We're seeing the two women being referred to getting very quickly pigeonholed into the organisational tasks, and also the questions being raised about another female employee being perhaps too busy to take on new roles. And yet no employee is actually being asked where do they see themselves and what challenges are they ready to meet. If people are continuously put into tasks that they've always done, there's no new thinking being brought into to the decisions or to the outcomes of the project. And that's, I think, clear evidence how we need diversity. We need to move away from groupthink to have better business and better decision-making processes.
I know I could have done that job and would have been really interested in the position. I'm cut out for it. I do tend to work my agreed hours from 8:30 to 4:30, but I often work from home in the evenings as well. If only they'd asked me. It's so frustrating.